Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here in Hot Topic, and I'm going to get the Ecto-1 Ghostbuster. I just need to figure out which version looks better. This Winston's head tilts to the right. You can see that his head is practically touching his right shoulder, so I don't like that his head's crooked. And also, there's like this little glob of paint right along the silver there. It's like a white, unpainted area, so I'm not really thrilled about that. Also, right above that white line, there's this like glob of glue on the window, so this one's not going to cut it for me. Whereas this one, the Winston, his shoulder has a little glob of white paint, but at least his head looks even, and the rest of the car looks really clean. There's no problem areas on the car that I could see, so this is going to be the one that I'm getting. While I was here, I saw they had the re-release of the Hot Topic pre-release of the burnt Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. This one, I'm really bummed out because it's practically perfect. His eyes are really well painted. His mouth is really clean. Some of the other ones we saw aren't clean, but you can notice right there the little brown paint. He's got these little brown edges of where he's burned. There's a glob of paint missing, like it's a big white stain on there, and that really ruins it because that is something that's going to kind of ruin the burn effect, which really bums me out because this one could have been a winner. This is the second best one I saw, so I'm going to have to settle for this one. The eyes are fine, the brown paint's fine, and you know, his little blue collar and red scarf look fine. My only real bummer is his mouth. You can see there's sort of like a weird glaze on it. It's kind of dirty, looks kind of weird, but it's not awful. Alright, so these are the ones that I'm going to get. I'm pretty confident about these choices, so stay tuned to my channel where I'll have individual reviews of these. Just kidding. I called a different Hot Topic and they said they have a bunch of Stay Puft Marshmallow Men, so I'm going to go in here and see if I can find a better one and trade it. This is the only one on ground level. The rest are up there. So they never make it easy for me. Luckily they found a few more in the back so they didn't have to go up the ladder for me, so that's nice. Now this one's tongue is painted a little crooked and he's got like this smear of like paint going across his cheek there. This one's paint is pretty terrible. You can see he's got that paint dot on his eye and on his eyebrow area. This one's an absolute joke. You can see that he's got like little white paint fading around his mouth and eyeball, but they repainted. There's a glob of paint here that's all messed up on his eyeball. Looks like they took like a different color black paint or like a Sharpie, but between like the red smear on his eye, the different colored paint that they painted on here, and just the overall sloppiness of his like neckerchief, if I worked in quality control, I wouldn't have even sent this one out. Lastly, I found this one, which actually has a cleaner mouth than the one that I just bought. The eyes are decent, the brown paint's decent. It gets a little smudgy right there, but overall the mouth is so much cleaner. The tongue is painted much better. So I'm going to go with this one. Even this one's neckerchief is painted slightly better than the one I bought at the previous Hot Topic. See what I mean? This is the one that I just bought. You can see how wonky his tongue is compared to the one that I'm going to exchange it for, which overall looks better, I think. So that worked out pretty good. Now if you think I'm a little weird or nitpicky or neurotic for driving around to different Hot Topics trying to find the best Funko Pop, you're right. I am weird, nitpicky, and neurotic. Thanks for watching and thanks for hunting along with me.